Most students start the year with great intentions of making this year really count. What I'm going to do is highlight a few tips that can help you harness these great intentions so therefore they come into lasting routine and habits of great effective study. The first tip is to set up some form of study schedule which is non-negotiable. These are short periods of study time, but a couple of them per week which are non-negotiable, which we'll always have. Now, what I mean by non-negotiable and always have is the fact that you're going to come up to times where you don't necessarily have chemistry as a priority. You'll have an English SAC or a methods SAC or something like that, and that's going to take up more time. But you must not forget about your other subjects and start to fall behind those. Having this short amount of time, which is non-negotiable, means you'll always do a little bit of work for all your subjects as you're going along. The second point is to simply have a list of what you want to actually achieve when you sit down to study. Is this study session, is this 50 minutes, is it going to be reviewing and summarizing notes? Is it going to be reading a textbook, watching a video and taking notes while you're doing that? Or is it a study thing where you're going to complete a worksheet or do a set of questions or do some practice problems? The third and fourth little tip is about what you do when you actually do your work. So particularly focused on worksheets and doing practice problems. My idea here is the fact that you should be doing it in short bursts. You should be doing about 5 questions or something like that, and then checking your answers, ticking and crossing and question marking as you go. And then once you've had an idea about what's going on, you've corrected some answers, move on to the next 5. Don't do pages and pages of work without looking at to see if you're on the right track. When you're doing your correction, make sure you focus on some of the detail within the questions. In chemistry, the devil is in the detail. So look for your keywords, which we talk about in class a lot. Look for the chemical formulas, the states of matter that we're dealing with, and any calculations. Be sure that you have written down your working out for those calculations and it's easy to understand. The second last point here is what to do when things just aren't working out. Rather than going down an hour-long Google wormhole of trying to work things out yourself, stop and email your teacher for help. They are paid to help you and they want you to do your best. So what they want to hear is when you are struggling and when you need additional help. Email them, they'll support you, it will save you time in the long run. Finally, it's about avoiding distractions, procrastination, but always having something to show for your work. If you are reading a textbook, make notes. If you are watching a video, make notes. Have something physical and concrete to show for your hard work of study.